Did you know that you can earn over 200 million gold or more in a single Nightmare Dungeon run? And if everything lines up perfectly, especially with escalating Nightmare Dungeons, you can make around 400 million, 600 million, or even close to 800 million gold from one full chain. That sounds ridiculous, right? But yes, this is actually possible right now, and if you are broke in the game, this might be one of the best gold farm you can do, because gold disappears way too fast in this game. You craft a few items, masterwork your gear, enchant one affix, reroll one stat a few times, reset your build, upgrade your setup, and suddenly your character goes from rich adventurer to homeless man. 1 second you think you have enough gold, the next second the occultist takes your entire life saving. So in this video, I'm gonna show you the best gold farming setup to make a crazy amount of gold, and it all comes down to 3 things: the practice technique set charms, a legendary Horadric Seal with massive gold drop rate, and nightmare dungeons with the right affixes. Now, the first thing you need is the practice technique set charm. You need at least 2 pieces to activate the bonus, but the best setup is to have 3 pieces, because with 3 pieces, you also gain an additional 25% gold fine. You can also look for extra affixes that increase gold drop rate, but that part is not most important. The main thing is you need at least 2 practice technique charms to make the whole gold setup work. And this is very important because if you only have the legendary Horadric Seal without practice technique active, the gold drop rate affix will not work properly. So don't skip this step. Now, how do you get practice technique set charm faster? You can get them by transmuting 3 unwanted set charms in the Horadric Cube. But here is the trick. Farm set charms on your main character first, then transfer those charms into your stash. After that, create a new character, set the difficulty to penitent or below, withdraw those set charms from your stash, and use the cube to turn 3 unwanted set charms into a new random set charm. The reason this helps is because this specific level range and lower difficulty can remove some higher level sets from the possible pool, which makes it easier to target the practice technique set. So instead of just randomly hoping for it on your main character, you are basically making the pool smaller, which gives you a better chance to get what you actually want. Next, you need the second piece of the setup, and this is the big one. You need a legendary Horadric Seal with the affix that give around 900% increased gold drop rate. Yes, 900%. To get this specific affix, you can use unwanted legendary Horadric Seals in the Horadric Cube and reroll them into a new one. You need 3 legendary Horadric Seal to transmute into 1 new random seal. So make sure you farm a lot of them. And don't expect to hit the perfect gold affix in 1 or 2 tries. You might get lucky or you might need many attempts. So keep your unused legendary seal and use them for rerolling. But again, remember this part. The legendary Horadric Seal and the practice technique set charms must work together. The seal gives the huge gold drop rate, but practice technique needs to be active for that bonus to actually work. So if you are missing the set charm bonus, don't expect the gold farm to explode yet. Once your setup is ready, now we get to the real farming part. Your goal is to look for nightmare dungeons with either gold reserve or wow splendor. These are the affixes you really want, because when combine gold reserve or wow splendor with the practice technique gold setup and the 900% gold drop rate seal, the dungeon can turn into a gold printer. You go in, open chest, kill elites, collect gold from monsters, and suddenly one dungeon can give you around 200 to 300 million gold, depending on how good the run is. And if you are doing escalating nightmare dungeons, it gets even crazier. If the escalation chain gives you multiple gold reserve or wow splendor dungeons back to back, that is where you are seeing around 400 million or 800 million gold from one chain. That is insane. Now you might be asking, what if I don't have a nightmare sigil with gold reserve or wow splendor? That's totally fine, because this is where war plans comes in. You want to find a war plan that gives you multiple nightmare dungeon choices. The more dungeon option you have, the higher your chance of finding gold reserve or wow splendor. So don't just randomly run any nightmare dungeon you see. Use war plans to generate more choices, check the affixes, and once you see gold reserve or wow splendor, that is when you go in and start farming. The strategy is simple. Equip your practice technique charm and Legendary Horadric Seal. Find a nightmare dungeon with gold reserve or wild splendor. Run the dungeon. Open every gold chest you can find. Kill the elite. Collect the gold and repeat. And if it is an escalating nightmare dungeons, keep the chain going if the next dungeon also give you a good gold affix. This is not just about killing monster randomly, this is about stacking the right gold bonus with the right dungeon affix. That is why the gold becomes so crazy. But nightmare dungeons are not the only thing this setup can help with. Before you open any big reward cache, especially whisper caches, swap to your gold find setup first. Do not open those cache with your normal set charms and Horadric Seal if you already have the gold setup ready, because this setup can also increase the gold you get from caches, and depending on the cache, that can mean a lot of extra gold for basically doing nothing except swapping gear before opening it. And here is one more very important tip. Stop blindly salvaging all your Legendary Horadric Seals. I know most of us are used to going to the blacksmith and smashing everything without thinking. But right now, Legendary Horadric Seal can sell for around 30 million gold each at the vendor. So if you are just salvaging every single one, you might literally be deleting millions of gold from your inventory. Before you salvage, check them first. If you don't need the seal and you don't want to use it for reloading, sell it. That gold adds up very fast, especially if you are farming a lot of dungeons. So that's the tip. Start farming gold smarter now. Your next billion gold does not come from grinding harder. If this video helped you out, hit the like button, subscribe for more Diablo 4 guide, and let me know in the comments how much gold you made from this farm. Thanks for watching, good luck farming, and I will see you in the next video.